I just want to talk about, is there possibly an agenda behind the persecution of women here recently? Like, I like to get on YouTube, right? I like to get on YouTube and start jamming. You know what I'm saying? I like to listen to my instrumentals and shit, make my little music. But every time I scroll down YouTube now, there's somebody else imitating a Kevin Samuels and or a Ilana Van Zant. Like everywhere I seem to go, somebody's doing something similar. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, the conversations that they have, especially I guess with modern women or whatever, whatever, some of it's necessary. But the other day, I started looking at it like, is it all necessary? What do I mean by that? The other day, I was watching a YouTube video, and there was a woman who got on there, and she was sarcastic. She's a YouTuber. I cannot think of her name. I do not know her channel. I know she's done a video regarding Black Wall Street, and she made a sarcastic, I believe it was sarcastic TikTok video. In the video, she was talking about how women should lose their rights and how women being able to vote is what messed up the voting system and how their constitution should be done away with and how they should just kind of go back into the kitchen and start making sandwiches. She's a Caucasian woman. She's brunette. She has darker hair. I cannot think of her name. I believe she was being sarcastic. But sarcastic or not, I figure once you get a woman on social media kind of pandering with what everybody else is doing, that there might be a bigger agenda going on. You know what I'm saying? Let me explain. It started off several years ago. Mr. Umar Johnson, Dr. Umar Johnson, did a lot of videos iterating some of the damage that has happened to the black community, the way it's affected the black man and black women. Later in life, we see other similar shows. We see Miss Ilana Van Zant. We see her doing shows where people have damaged families, not necessarily just black families, also celebrities. You know what I'm saying? But they still kind of point in that same direction of internal dysfunction that they felt like had an outer source. And so then later in life, we meet Mr. Kevin Samuels. You know what I'm saying? He's doing something similar. He's on YouTube. He's actually working out the way that people have been pursuing their relationships and the way that people view themselves. Black people, white people, men and women. A lot of people don't like this approach. Other people agree with it. Some people take it wholeheartedly, you know. But then now you get on YouTube and there's some of everybody doing something real similar, but not for the same reasons as Dr. Umar Johnson or like Ilana Van Zant or Kevin Samuels. You wonder what some of the reasons some of these guys are actually getting on YouTube and they're kind of slandering women, but what's the motive? Some guys claim to do it to help other guys with their dating tips. Other guys claim to do it. Well, other guys actually don't come up with a reason. Then there are women that are doing it too. It's gotten so bad that they have a term for women who get on YouTube and promote male rights or whatever it is that they're doing right now. You know what I'm saying? Or kind of pointing out some of the flaws of modern women. There are women on YouTube doing this now, and they're calling them chameleons. I guess these are the women copying what the men are doing. Only men are supposed to do it. I don't know. But this is how serious it's gotten. It really struck me as serious when I realized there was a woman on YouTube who was, again, I believe she was being sarcastic about taking away women's rights. And I'm like, okay, you know, she's joking. But even as I'm looking through the comments, you know, the guys are like, yeah, there's no way she was serious about that. And I'm thinking the same thing, like, why in the hell would any woman in the world say anything like that? You know, even if they're joking. That's when it clicked on me. The agenda might be a little bit bigger than just fixing modern women or just getting women to think a certain kind of way. I have a theory. My theory is that if you get enough people to discredit and disvalidate the emotional system of women, you can do something with it. You look on mainstream media, you look on the news, you see a lot of younger girls now, a lot more than when I was growing up. You see a lot of younger girls between the ages of 12 and 17 being a lot more aggressive and a lot more violent than what I'm used to. Some of them have weapons. A lot of them have been using weapons. There have been murders. Now, don't get me wrong. There's, you know, little boys doing it and there are little girls doing it. But mainstream media here recently has been showing a lot more little girls doing it than I'm used to. The fact that they've been showing it, it makes you wonder where they're going to take this. Are they going to say the kids are acting this way because of quarantine? Are they going to say that they're acting this way now because of the environment? Or Are they going to take the disorder that everyone else is complaining about, the disorder that modern women come with, and are they going to blame it on them? Are they going to attempt to blame modern women for the aggression that some of these younger girls have been displaying within the year 2021? Is the agenda a little bit bigger than just fixing everyone's relationship? We know who's out there that actually cares about the community, the people as a whole, and people treating each other better. But everybody's not for that same agenda. Some people look at the agenda a little bit differently. Some people might have their own agenda. But the fact that there are so many and that there are actually women involved in it, I feel like it's something that needs to be looked at twice. I feel like maybe the whole idea was to prove how emotionally unstable women are so that it can be taken advantage of. You got a bunch of single women that don't really have males because, there's the whole empowerment thing going or whatever. They don't have father figures inside their children's lives and whatever, or don't believe that it's a necessity. In some cases, it's not. But you get a bunch of single women who have kids. For whatever reason, they've decided that women are genuinely just unstable. What do they do next? Especially women by themselves. Single women particularly are more unstable than women who are in relationships or something like that. Nuclear families, they call them. Is that exactly what's going on? No. This is all theory and speculation. But I really do believe the agenda is bigger than just fixing relationships at this point. I don't think that's everybody's motive anymore. I think that there's something a little bit thicker. And I believe that just like with the Dove commercial, something about the complexion of the women in the commercial, women were bothered by it. And the commercial was changed later in life. I believe if women band together and they come together, that this can be resolved without it getting a whole lot crazier. I believe that my YouTube feed can be fixed if women would come together and target the right people instead of the people who are trying to help them. I believe if they continue to target the people who are trying to help them, that is actually going to backfire. I believe there's some kind of trap that they're walking right into. I would hope that this feed makes it to somebody, and I hope that it makes sense to somebody. Or at least the thought is considered. I know I'm going to get called every simp and white knight and red pill megatole baby for making this video, but I'm not into the whole monkey see, monkey do thing, and I feel like there's something a little bit bigger going on. It's a touchy subject. It's a whole lot of status that people have to wear for even picking a side now. You know what I'm saying? You're either the red pill or you're the blue pill. I don't think that's a thing either. I think that's another form of cultism. Just something to kind of make up for there are a lot of people out here hurting each other and not treating each other correctly. But I do believe in some cases that women are just kind of getting pinged for it. On the other hand, the women aren't exactly telling on the people that made them that way. I don't think the key is them becoming more orderly. I don't think the key is women flooding themselves into relationships. I think the key relies in women coming together and really expressing who told them that it was okay to exploit some of the behavior that everybody's complaining about, but tell the whole story. Follow me on YouTube at Slik'Pooh, and if you manage to see this video, share it. See what somebody else thinks before something manages to pop on the news and I end up being right. Believe it or not, I hate being right.